Good evening and welcome to my last weekly update for the year. It's hard to believe that we've begun our winter break and the calendar year is quickly coming to an end. 2020 was definitely a challenging year, but as our community always does in times of trouble, Newton County residents and our school system in particular persevered. Despite the difficulties, 2020 still had some wonderful highlights. Although schools were closed in March, we were still able to host in-person graduation ceremonies for the amazing class of 2020. Our school system nutrition and transportation teams joined forces to prepare and deliver thousands and thousands of meals to the children in our community during the closure. And even today, they continue that work. And as COVID numbers decreased, we were eventually able to open our school doors to in-person instruction for those who wish to return. We've had some bumps along the way, and although we've had to close some schools and classrooms recently, we've no plans to permanently close despite any rumors to the contrary. Our goal, as long as our COVID-19 numbers allow, is to keep our schools open for business in 2021. To do so, it is important that everyone continue to practice the 3 W's during the holiday break and into the new year. Please wash your hands, watch your distance, and wear a mask. This is crucial if we want to keep our schools open. We all must do our part to reduce the transmission of COVID-19 in our community. I know many of you have big plans for the holiday break, and I definitely want you to enjoy time with family and friends. Just remember to protect yourself and practice those 3 W's so you don't become a close contact or, even worse, contract COVID-19. Because we know many will congregate over the holidays, which increases the chances of contracting the COVID-19 virus, we made the decision to return to school in a virtual format for the first 4 days after the holiday break, or January 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. This adjustment only impacts our current in-person students who will now report to school on Monday, January 11th. It is important to note that we chose to return in a virtual format in an effort to provide a 10-day window of time beginning on January 1st in which individuals who have traveled or attended family and friend gatherings will have a better idea if they've been directly affected by COVID-19. This 10-day period allows for notification if an individual is identified as a close contact and required to quarantine. It provides time for those who might develop symptoms to know that they're not well. And for those who are asymptomatic, the additional time helps to reduce the likelihood of transmission of the virus by those who are not experiencing any symptoms at all. Please don't forget that the first semester is not over. As a result of our September start date, the first semester does not end until January 27th. So any assignments and coursework that is worked on after we return from the break will still count towards the first semester grade. If your child attends school virtually, you should have received an email from us today asking if you would like for your student to return or to transition to an in-person environment at the start of the second semester or January 28th. If you did not receive the email, please check your spam folder. We understand that many of you wish to continue in a virtual format, but we definitely wanted to extend the offer to move to an in-person environment if you feel comfortable making that transition on January the 28th. As I close this evening, I want to say how proud I am of our school system family. None of us have lived or worked through a pandemic. It's been new and challenging for all of us. I'm so proud of our staff for their sheer persistence and determination to meet the challenges head on and to create the best learning environments possible for our students. And of course, our students, as always, they were up to the task and have worked hard to continue their education, whether they're in school in person or at home learning virtually. And finally, our parents, guardians, our Newton County families, and our community at large have supported us as we've made our way through this pandemic together. I appreciate the many notes and emails and kind words of support I've received. It's not been easy, but our community has shown this year that we are definitely one Newton. I wish you a wonderful holiday season. Be happy, stay safe, and enjoy your time away.